This video comes from a 39-year-old woman named Farah Putri Mulyan. She was enjoying a swim at Dialuma Falls and capturing the experience on her GoPro camera for a travel vlog. Everything seemed perfect. It felt so calm, and the place looked like one where nothing could ever happen, deep in the forest on a beautiful day. But that was far from the truth, because in the next moments, something happened that shows you that no matter where you are, something can always go wrong. While she was recording, she started hearing random yelling in the background. When she turned around, she saw this.
Going after my injury at the sea. Why? Thank you.
Sorry, did nobody said. Okay. Oh man.
No, he was pulling me down. Oh God.
Thank you. Sorry, the sample is.
Oh God. Yes, I'm good. It's just that he was pulling me down.
A group of friends were in the water, but it seemed that they did not know how to swim. One of them ventured too far, thinking the water would have the same depth. Well, it didn't. He stepped into deep water and started struggling to stay up. For a few moments, his friends thought that he knew what he was doing, but after seeing that he wasn't getting out, they started panicking. Farah didn't even think about it. She acted on instinct and jumped in after him, and you can actually see him trying to grab onto her while struggling underwater. She managed to get him out, and he was almost lifeless. He couldn't even look straight or move while his friends were dragging him out of the water, thanking the woman for saving their friend. This is a reminder. Never go swimming without someone who knows how to swim. If Farah hadn't been there, he likely would have drowned right then and there, while his friends were too afraid of drowning themselves. Farah now wants to use her terrifying experience to push for change, urging authorities to implement safety measures at natural attractions in a bid to avoid similar incidents in the future, saying, "I don't want this to just be another heroic story where people applaud me and that's the end of it. Now everything ended up okay with everyone still being alive, but we really need to appreciate Farah for her quick reaction, and we should all take example from her." Adam from the channel World Proven is a guy who loves exploring the world. He goes to some of the most insane locations, trying to understand their history and showcase it on YouTube. Whether he's exploring abandoned buildings, hiking through forests, or camping in remote places, he's always having a great time while also trying to stay safe. Well, in this particular video, he might have encountered something truly terrifying when he decided to go camping in the Aokigahara forest, widely known as Japan's suicide forest. You guys know that I've covered many videos from this forest where things took a disturbing or scary turn, and that's exactly what happened in this video too.
I took the blue line from my Shinjuku bus. They really drop you in the middle of nowhere. But this is the Aokigahara forest. It drops significantly in temperature though, as soon as you get to Aokigahara. It is like significantly colder than in Tokyo. So yeah, it took about 2.5 hours, so less than 3 to get here. And I can enter the forest at any time, but there's a point I want to enter that's kind of the center of the Aokigahara forest, because it's super easy to get lost in there. Everything I've read online is like you've got to tie things around certain trees, ribbons or something, so that you know where you're going, like so you can return, you can come out. That's one of the problems with the forest, is it kind of sucks people in because it's super dense. its bedding is volcanic rock that kind of messes with your devices. It shouldn't if I'm holding it though. Apparently my compass still works, but I don't want to get lost. It's a pretty big area.
He hiked for a while, and eventually he couldn't see any trails around him anymore. He set up camp in a fairly remote place where he would have been far away from everything.
So I've walked a kilometer west, kilometer north, kilometer east, and a kilometer south. Nothing. No trails, no nothing. So I'm at least a kilometer from everything. I'm about 4 or 5 kilometers from the entrance. I think I'm gonna be here. It's almost 7, so I've been in the forest for about 4 hours now. A few things I've learned. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet. And I don't know if that's the volcanic base or if it's the position of the forest. It's also, I thought it would be beautiful. I love hiking in the woods, and I do find the woods, calming and beautiful. There's something eerie about Aokigahara.
After setting up camp, he wanted to explore the forest for a while, and he stumbled upon something pretty weird, and given the place where he actually was, it quickly became disturbing.
What do we got? I don't know what that is. Hair styling gel. Why the frig is there hair styling gel? Like, what the hell is this doing? A bra. Someone's bra. It's a bra. That's someone's pants. Like, what the F? Alright, that's pretty creepy.
Thinking that those items could have belonged to someone who may no longer be with us is heartbreaking. He was disturbed by what he found and was left with a lot of questions. He retreated back into his tent as night slowly fell, and given how dense the forest is, it would have been very easy to lose his way back. While he was in the tent, thinking about the things he had found, he suddenly heard something outside.
So, this is of course after finding the woman's clothing. I still think it's just a creepy forest, but what I don't get it, and I've been thinking about this. Why would she bring hairspray, a mirror? I mean, these are things that people use to look good, right? Care about your appearance and purse and things. If you're planning on killing yourself, do you need hairspray to make sure your hair looks good if you're planning on killing yourself in a forest? And again, there's no playful light on harming yourself. There's nothing cool or good about that. It's tragic. I'm just thinking. I just heard something.
He got out of the tent, trying to investigate the sound he had just heard, but at first he wasn't even sure if he really heard something. But then, while he was walking through the forest, he heard it again, and this time the camera caught it too, faint.
And I'm gonna turn the light on my phone. And we're gonna go for a walk. Oh. Every time I go north, I get super lost. And there's no reason for it. I do straight lines. But at this time of the night, after seeing a dress and a bra, Forget it. I have my limits to what I'm willing to deal with. I don't know what's back. Keep going. Because they're more or less. What is that? Sounded like somebody crying. So it's about 10 in Aokigahara forest. I heard somebody sobbing. Definitely, 100%. I was walking and it was a girl sobbing, but it was far away and like echoey. Like it was echoing, like she was in a cave. So I figured I'm not somebody that believes in the supernatural, so I'm just a girl crying. Anyways, I'm listening. I'll probably go out one more time and then get some sleep.
He heard a woman crying, and you can actually hear it too. I'll try to replay the sound again while intensifying it.
What is that?
Now, if you're using headphones, it might be easier to hear it. Look, in any other forest around the world, hearing a woman crying would always be something worrying. You'd probably think she was lost and unable to find her way out. But in this forest, hearing someone crying would likely mean something else entirely. No one can really explain why so many people choose this forest as the place where they end things, but it's extremely sad that it keeps happening. The sounds were distant, and Adam would have risked getting lost if he went too far from the tent, especially without knowing the exact direction they were coming from. We can only hope that whoever it was realized it wasn't worth it and made it out of the forest safely. This forest is also widely known in stories for being associated with spirits, ghosts, and other paranormal things, and many people would say that's what Adam heard that night. And honestly, I'd like to believe that too, because the truth might be much harder to accept. Look, guys, this gives me a chance to talk to you for a moment. If you're going through something, please talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a friend or family member. Just try to reach out for help. Life is worth living, and just because you can't see a reason right now doesn't mean you never will. Everyone has a place in this world, and the world is better with you in it. And on the other hand, always be there for your friends too. Many of them don't show it, but their pain can grow heavier every day they stay silent. Adam actually ended up sleeping through the night and getting out of the forest safely, but it's true that there are people who have walked into it and never walked back out. Carwis is a horse girl, and she dedicates her page to posting videos of her horse rides in different parts of her town. Her videos are usually very heartwarming. Her relationship with her animals really gives people that feeling of, I want something like that in my life, almost like being a Disney princess. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that she usually stays away from creepy stuff, since it doesn't really fit the kind of content she makes. But in this particular video, everything took a turn when something happened while she was riding her horse. She was taking a break in the woods when, all of a sudden, she heard something that sounded like screaming fairly close to her. When she looked in that direction, there was nothing there. But when she looked at her horse, it was completely fixated on that same spot, almost like it refused to break eye contact. Seeing this, Carwis quickly jumped back on the horse and got out of there. But the horse was acting very strange. Nothing like it had ever acted before.
What was that? Did you hear that? What do you see? Do you see something? All right, we gotta go. Come on. Whoa. Hey, listen to me. It's super slippery. Okay, nice. Good job. Good job. What was that? heard that too. Do you see it? It sounded like somebody screaming. Okay, let's go.
Her horse kept looking in that direction, and although she didn't see anyone there, she heard screaming again while the horse continued staring. She quickly tried to make her way out of the forest, but when she looked back, her dog, Pero, was nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Where's Pero? Pero? Oh no. Pero! Come here, boy, where'd you go? Oh no. Pero! Oh no.
After shouting for Pero for a while and waiting, he eventually came back, but something felt off. She continued making her way home, but her horse kept acting weird, its ears perked up as if it was listening to something, or as if it felt like they were being followed.
CO.AG's been acting weird and keeping his ears really perked up and forward this whole ride, so I wonder if he's been listening to something that I haven't been able to hear. But there's no telling. We're just trying to get home at this point.
After spending more time riding, the horse began to relax, and they eventually felt like whatever was following them had finally stopped.
Well, whatever it was, I think we got away from it finally. I haven't been hearing any weird noises anymore.
Although the screams cannot be very clearly heard in the video, I'll just say it directly. It was most probably a mountain lion or something similar, to be honest. Why do I say that? Because horses and animals react much more strongly to those kinds of predators than to humans. They sense when a predator is nearby, and given the screaming they heard multiple times, we already know that mountain lions can produce sounds that resemble a woman screaming. Now, if it really was a mountain lion, that's extremely scary. It makes me think it may have followed them for a while, sizing them up and analyzing its prey, until eventually realizing it wasn't worth the risk since it was outnumbered. Look, I really hope it wasn't a person in need of help out there, but it goes to show how important it is to listen to your animal's instincts. Having a dog with you in the forest is one of the most helpful things you can have, and apparently the same goes for a horse too. Do I think they were in immediate danger? Not immediate, but definitely something was out there. Better safe than sorry, right? Just get out of there when you have the chance, because you'll never regret leaving, but you might regret staying if something turns out to be wrong. This next video is a bit weird because it comes from a page you wouldn't expect to see something like this on. So what happened? It comes from a coffee shop's Instagram page in Bacău, Romania, called Bacău Brown Cafe. It became strange when, one day, they posted a video that was completely out of the ordinary compared to their usual coffee-related content. It seemed like the owner encountered something in the woods while he was out with some of his friends.
Uite-o, ești nebun?
Nu cred. Faci filmare?
Da, frate, uite-o.
Închide-l.
Bă, ești nebun. Bă, dar mai era una.
At first, they weren't really sure what they were looking at. Was it a prank or something like a mannequin left at the entrance of that cave? But then he started honking at it and flashing the car's headlights, and something happened.
Băi, nu mai claxonați. Cine dracu e acolo? Nu claxona. Nu cred, vine spre noi.
Da.
What the f***? S-a pus în patru noapte, vedeți?
Se ascunde, vezi să miște. Da, frate.
Nu cred.
It moved. It ducked down and left the area. This left people asking a lot of questions, confused and scared. They still don't exactly know what it was, and even to this day, there's no clear answer. I'm thinking it was either a person with mental illness, a homeless person, or just someone who decided to prank them. But being in a fairly remote area, away from other people, it makes me question why that figure was even there in the first place, outside of those possibilities. Now, I don't know if this video was faked, but they definitely sounded like they had no idea who or what was over there. One day, two motorbike riders from China decided to ride their bikes into a national park. While they were riding through the area, something suddenly appeared in front of them. It was a deer, and it looked like it was coming toward them. At first, they thought it was just a genuine moment, like the deer was simply curious and checking them out, but it quickly became odd when it got too close. When one of them tried to touch or hold it, the deer suddenly became aggressive. It's safe to say that if he didn't have his helmet, that deer would have caused a lot more damage, as it was hitting him with significant force. Now, I don't know what caused it to come so close in attack, but I guess it might have been the sound of the engines that it didn't like. We also know for sure the two bikers were best friends, because while one was being attacked, the other one was laughing his head off before eventually deciding it was time to help. In the end, it goes to show why it's never a good idea to get close to wild animals. Because imagine if these weren't bikers and it was just a hiker in the forest without protection or a helmet. There's no way someone would stand a chance against those kinds of blows to the head without protection. But if you really want to stand a chance against these animals, it's best to keep watching more of my videos and see people who encountered far worse and still survived. It might actually help you. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy the video on the screen, so why not give it a try?